welcome. This is another episode of The Aftermath. Again, we're still on the tail end of this quarantine virus, so it's gonna still be very strange, but I still wanted to get something out to all the people out there. I'm joined again by my brother Ethan here. You there?
What's up? Yeah, I'm there. Yeah, I'm here.
Good. Glad to hear.
I didn't know if you were going to be like, my brother Ethan here. Yeah, he's still back. So I was like waiting, but yeah, I'm here.
Okay. And then I was able to wrangle up the one and only man. It has been a challenge to get a hold of him because, again,
It's busy,
he's
man.
just so famous now, and it's hard.
You can't hold me forever.
And there it is, Dylan.
Nope.
Ladies and gentlemen.
He's back.
You blew your cover, bro.
There's no willingness to
There
be
was
here.
no cover. There was no cover for him.
But yeah, we got Dylan back on here again. It's by crude means, in my personal opinion. We're over a voice app right now, so we're kind of on the phone with all three of us. So if things get a little weird or sound a little muddled, that's the reason. But no excuse, you know.
Or the sudden disconnect of one user. All right, later.
Hey, are you calling me out? Don't dox me, bro. Dang.
It was any of us.
we all know.
That would have been a really good roast if it was aimed toward you, but it was for all of us.
It felt very pointed. That's why I got offended by it.
No.
Okay. But yeah, so now I think we're all just hoping to talk about just stuff we've been going on.
Man, I wish that was pointed. That would have been a really good one.
I know. That's what. Anyways. So, Dylan, what you been up to, my guy? How you been?
I've been bored.
Really? I know.
And I've had to preoccupy my time with many a thing.
Yeah. It's a good thing we have.
Thing makes it sound really broad and scary.
Of course.
It's like two things.
Yeah.
Maybe three.
What are those two things?
Well, thanks to a recommendation from our good friend Chase, I came upon we'll say, sort of the anime equivalent of Game of Thrones.
Oh, really?
And
Yeah.
what would that be?
Vinland Saga.
That sounds good.
1 second while I furiously Google whatever that is.
It's Vinland, Vinland.
Yeah, but you don't pronounce it like that. I lived up in Canada for a while, and there was a place called Newfoundland, but they never called it that. It was Newfoundland. So
Yeah.
it you just gotta
The new Finland? Yeah, take that, old Finland.
Newfoundland. You just gotta clump it all to one thing.
Question is, what happened to Old Finland?
I didn't want to say that. It's also gonna dox my location. I shouldn't say that, but I live in a place where, again, the words are very easily just smashed together into one word, and it took me basically 10 years of my life to go, oh wait, those are all like separate words and not all one big thing. So yeah,
It was an amalgamate.
yes, exactly. But yeah,
Yeehaw. That's all I've got to say.
you also, Dylan, you've played through and finished the new remake of the Final Fantasy, which we talked about on like the last episode that you were here on the podcast.
I won't say I finished it, but I've gone through the main story. There's still a lot of other stuff I need to find and finish up.
Nice.
Otherwise, I fucking loved it. It was great.
Yeah.
And big heel turns, big twists.
Yeah.
To worry about. Otherwise, I think it was a really good game.
The big thing we had talked about was, again, the implementation of like more story elements and stuff, and the fact that it's kind of it flushes out some of the stuff that was not talked about before.
Oh yeah, man, it's astronomical how much more they focus on the characters in this one, as opposed to the original.
You know, I'm a sucker for a good character story, so dang.
Oh, you're gonna fucking love it.
Man, that's awesome. I'm gonna get crucified for this, but I've never actually played like the original one.
It's okay.
Way to call yourself
We're going
out.
down. We're
People
going
keep
down
after you
together.
now.
Yeah. So I again, like I've told you before in the past, Dylan, but I don't think I've said it here. I know key plot elements and like some of the story, but I don't know the details. So the fact that they're expanding upon what little I do know, I think is actually going to be really cool. So I'm excited to see all of it. But
You ought to be.
That's good. Okay. Is there anything else
Sounds
you've been doing?
Threatening. You ought to be.
Dang.
Well, let's
Any
see.
other
A
games
lot
you've
of
been playing?
games. Lots of games. I've my progression through the new Doom has been at a snail's pace recently
Oh, really?
because I can't focus on one game out of the fucking plethora I have.
I feel the same way. A bunch of
But,
different games got like released, and I started getting back into different ones, and now
Mhm.
I'm like, yes, now I have too many things that I can do.
And if you guys can all hold on for a second, we all can see along the horizon the latest update for Terraria. We all better hold on because we're not gonna see Sean for like 2 weeks.
2 weeks, like minimum, bro. I'm hopping back into Terraria. I've got like how many? Once I go and check my Steam, I've got so many hours into that game, and I'm gonna put more. I'm gonna con my friends to play with me. Sorry, Dylan, you have to play Terraria with me. It's gonna be awesome.
Don't con me into it. Just appeal to me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
by which I mean, hey, do it. Let's go.
It's like $6 on Steam.
408 hours. Oh yeah, dude.
Or like
Fucking lord.
or like G2A or something. I can't remember which one it was, but
That's it.
yeah.
If
but
you
it's
look it up on Steam, it's almost always
Russians.
on sale. It's the best. And it's cheap when it's not on sale too. So it's like,
yeah, that's gonna be pretty cool.
yeah, it's $10 on Steam right now. So
It's pretty fool, yo.
Yeah, you get it. Pretty full of cool, you know.
Yo.
Yeah.
yeah,
There has
Yeah.
been- if I can take a moment, there has been a meme in our like group chat and like amongst our friends of this. I think it's something from like World of Warcraft, but I could be
I'm
wrong.
pretty sure
It's like it's a chicken, and he has like a chat box above it, and just all lowercase. It just says "yeah," and we have been going to town with that, and I was able to sit down and really like just edit that out and recreate the little chat bubble with "yeah" in it, and we've just been putting it on everything, and it has been the source of much happiness in our friend group.
Only thing
No.
keeping me through this quarantine right now is the YUH. Yeah.
we what did you guys name it? What did you guys name the chicken?
Lil Peep. Yeah, it's a
Little
rapper.
peep.
Lil Peep.
Little Peep.
I called him the freshest cock in the coop.
Oh, that's my favorite. Oh man, but we basically talked
That
about
might
it because
confuse others. Our jokes and running gags are a bit of a mixed bag. We'll just see something at some point and go, "Hey, you look okay. Get in."
Yeah, right.
yeah, come on in.
We'll see one crappy meme. We'll make it great.
Oh yeah,
Ours now.
I don't know if it's World of Warcraft. I looked up World of Warcraft chicken meme, and I don't actually see it. So.
yeah, I think I did too. It looked like the same graphic style. I've only played like for just a little bit, so I mean I don't really know a whole lot about it, but yeah, that's what I just assumed it was. But it looks like it's some kind of video game. Like I said, we're on like a hillside or something. There's a chicken.
I think
there.
it's Roblox.
You get it.
What?
It's a
I think it's from Roblox.
oh gosh.
Impossible.
I think the Yuh chicken is from Roblox. Update, guys.
Oh,
But-
Yeah,
Yeah.
we've been editing the Yuh over multiple things. My current profile picture is me in uniform with Yuh over my head. I edited over an orangutan. I edited over Daenerys Targaryen from Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
I have yet to acquire a yaw of my own.
Yeah, you need to. I'll send you a picture of a random animal. I'll just get you to edit it.
Shortly, we will have you one. But yeah, besides all that, I mean, like, there's a whole bunch of games as well that all three of us have been going real hard into this game called Divinity 2: Original Sin. It's a really fun,
Yes.
like, RPG type game, and it's a lot of fun.
The journey of gods.
This is the furthest that we've gotten in the game, and it's a wonderful story of
Absolute death.
yes,
Yeah.
tragedy,
Sadly.
despair, happiness, and high class.
Yeah.
That's all I can say.
And by high class, I mean that
No.
Dylan's character is named Angry. He's very angry and goes on killing sprees. It's
Yep.
my favorite.
When I can manage.
Yeah,
If you
know,
fucking
when they
let
don't
me.
inconvenience me or anyone else, I'll go on a killing spree. It's fine.
Is what it is.
I'm still waiting to murder that entire town.
Yep,
Oh,
I
yeah.
am too. Don't worry. There's
There's
a town of shopkeepers that we don't like any of them, and we're waiting until we don't need them anymore because that's whenever we can clean it all up.
Just to let all you guys know, that is the actual definition of like upper class. It's like, whenever I'm gonna dispose of you when I do not need your.
When you're no longer literally absolutely useful to me,
yes.
That's whenever boop, you're gone.
We will dispatch you.
Efficient.
What is it? I will dispatch
Post haste.
Post haste. That's what.
We will dispatch you post haste.
Real quick, fast.
Post haste, my friends.
end
Let's
your life.
get out of this town and make fast. Man. So, what about you, Ethan? What you been up to these?
Why did it get so quiet?
It was a tail end of the conversation.
Hello?
Oh, did Sean get kicked out?
God.
What?
Hold on.
What happened?
Hey, you guys there?
You back? Yeah, you
Yeah.
back?
Oh, probably my internet's been real bad.
Oh no.
Well, I'll just keep going. It's fine. Welcome back. And the last episode, I mentioned that we couldn't hang out at my place or whatever because if anyone's gonna have this virus, it's me. I since have caught the virus, so that's fun.
And
But,
just a preference for everybody. It was like what, maybe 24 hours.
So pretty much I got it from a coworker, not actually from one of my patients. But yeah, for pretty much whenever I got off work, and after being informed that if this person has it, then I have it. For the next 2 days, I had a headache and a minor fever, and that was it. After 48 hours, I would say, and then I started feeling better. I quarantined, and then after being symptomless for a couple weeks, they were like, "Cool, you're good to go back to work." So it was pretty much like the weakest for me, but some people have had it pretty bad, and I just didn't. But
And just again, in case any of you don't know, he is an EMT working to be paramedic. So again,
yeah, I work on an ambulance. That's why it's not surprising.
Yeah,
if I was
just
the one-
some context for everybody who may not know.
Right.
Best part of that preoccupation is you get a 50% immunity buff.
Yeah, right. I actually do. My immune system gives me 50% poison resistance and 75%
Yeah.
disease resistance. I'm a wood elf from Skyrim, actually.
There you go. Wonderful way to make real life into an RPG.
Yep, exactly.
See, we have learned some stuff. That's what it is. I mean, your immune
Games,
system is
yeah.
just a resistance buffs. That's all it is.
Yeah, exactly. Take that, grown-ups. Games did teach me something. I learned that from RuneScape, and I'm not even joking.
Wow. Yeah. Wait, talk about a throwback, man, huh?
Yeah, man. I wanted to be an accountant, and I'm pretty sure it's because of me farming gold in RuneScape. Shout out to all my gold farming gang out there.
Oh man, gang out there, dang.
Yeah, gang. That's in the
All
chat
day.
for Runes.
You want to talk about rise and grind, dude?
Right?
That was my rise and grind. Was OSRS, my dude.
Yeah, bro.
Gosh, you talk about like a lingo that I have not since rediscovered in a long time.
right, yeah.
Speaking of like throwing back, I didn't mean for the podcast to turn into a bunch like of game talk, but again, I guess it's a big portion of our lives, so it does make sense.
Also,
This is our
quarantine, what
creation.
else
It
are we
can
doing?
be whatever the fuck we want it to be.
Oh my
Exactly.
gosh. Hostile
but
angry over there.
Is Lord of the Rings Online. I've been I haven't really like gotten back into playing it, but I'm like watching some YouTube videos and like getting back into the music, and man, that was such a pivotal game in my like my high school career type thing. It, dude, changed me as a person. Like, met people from around the world, got to talk to people, and it was like, it was so cool, and like, it really brought me, like, it got me out of my like my uncomfortable like social circle, and made it a lot easier for me to talk to random people.
Yeah.
Absolutely
It's one of those games
obliterated
that
your
kinda-
shit.
Wait, what? Second, you guys were talking at the same time.
Dylan.
What?
You guys were talking at the same time. I couldn't quite hear you saying what.
I said it obliterated your shell.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Didn't just remove it, obliterate it. I'll say, yeah, it's the same thing for me. I was just agreeing. Like, it was one of those games that really kind of got me into gaming and stuff.
Yeah.
One of a handful. I started playing that game about the same time I started playing the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion.
Oh
so
man,
I got deep into gaming at that point on my PS3.
dude, you
I'm
want to
a
talk?
hardcore gamer.
You want to talk
Yeah.
about? You want to talk about a different time in my life, dude. The Oblivion was also one of those games that just was so pivotal, man. So good. I loved it. Even though now it's the source of so many memes, and I think it's still funny. And all that stuff.
I think the memes make it better because that's it, the game. Even like as a kid, it was the coolest thing ever, and as I grew up, I got to see all the funny things and how broken the game was. And now as an adult, I can look back on it and be like, still the pinnacle of gaming. It was the buggiest, meme-iest game ever. So like, if anything, it's just aged well, like a fine wine.
Yes, exactly. I get that. I get that 100%.
I love dogs. Doesn't everyone?
Yeah, exactly. I love those memes, dude. They're so good. Dude just like just kills it. Man.
I can't get over the one where the guy gets crushed into the roof or whatever.
Oh my gosh, dude.
That's so funny.
The best. Okay, so in this like time that I've had, I have recently like perfected my like tea routine. I used to have like a really big like coffee regimen that I would do, and it was like I had like down to a science, measurements of like all that stuff, and I still enjoy that a lot. But as of recently, I don't know what it is. I think it's a combination of like it being a little bit easier in some regards, but it's also I got this new like electric kettle thing where it's like it just heats water. You just plug it in, you put it on a little hot plate or whatever, and like you turn a switch on, just boils the water. I bought one of those not too long ago from Target, and man, I think that was another reason why. I just fill it up with water and just turn it on and just makes hot water. Like, hell yeah, I'm all about it.
It's like magic.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's so much quicker too.
Yeah, it works effectively. It can go from like cold water to boiling in like maybe 4 or 5 minutes. So, but anyways, I have like in the past few weeks now have like been getting like my just right doses of like how much like sugar I want to put in it, and of course like different bags of tea and stuff. And we're going to Target tomorrow, to be honest, a little to pull away the curtain. Or if you guys, by the time you guys are listening to this today, we're gonna go to Target and buy some like half and half, and I'm gonna probably like test some more stuff like honey and all that kind of stuff, and just make. I've always loved doing that. I'm not really a big like alcohol drinker, but I like tea and coffee and stuff, and I love just like
because you're a person of taste and class.
Whoa! That felt pointed and not at me this time.
Yeah, I don't know who it was pointed at, but yeah, heck, whoever that was pointed at.
Somebody is not happy right now.
Yeah, somebody's already furiously typing on their keyboard.
Yes, leaving so many mean comments.
Yeah,
I just now recently tonight
find us is now a challenge.
Oh, okay. I made a really nice cup of chai tea tonight, and it is quite lovely. A little bit of brown sugar, some milk in it. Chef's kiss, that's all I'm gonna say. So, but yeah, I don't know if also Ethan's been doing the same sort of thing. He's been getting his routine down as well. So,
just drinking tea, playing games.
Yeah, you know.
Working harder, hardly working.
A little bit of column A, a little column B. Okay, so now we're getting to the point of the podcast where normally, what do we normally do at the end of the podcast? I guess normally what we would do is like we're supposed to
current versions of ourselves.
What we've done in the past, of course, obviously being like a movie review show, we have like a whole movie review thing. But again, now that we're not really watching any new movies or old movies, or I'm not really watching anything right now, with work and with also like other games I'm playing,
requires him to be blind.
Well, not really, but what we've done the past couple episodes is we've brought something, or I've like talked about something, and I've listened to a couple podcasts these past few weeks. Let's do some correct grammar, please. And I've heard a number of podcasts do this sort of segment called The Thing of the Week, and I thought that I would give it a shot and just tell you guys to bring something to the table, and we can just talk about something that we've either has been very helpful or just really like cool or really fun this past week, to kind of get us on this hopefully like a new little tradition or something. I don't know if it'll stick, but who knows. So do you want to go first, Dylan, or would you rather me? I know Ethan said that he did not have anything quite yet, so he wanted to.
Yeah, I don't know what this is yet, so I'm just gonna kind of wing it per usual.
Yeah.
Your thing of the week, Dylan.
My thing of the week. Oh boy. There's I had a lot of stuff this week,
Okay.
but my favorite
Mm-hmm.
so far is gonna have to be Animal Crossing.
You have Animal Crossing?
Yes,
You've been playing it?
I have.
I didn't know that. This is a whole new development.
Breaking news: Dylan plays
Yeah,
fucking
Dylan has
Crossing.
Animal Crossing.
Yeah, just like you
What
and
a
everybody.
loser.
No. Just like you and everybody else in the world.
No,
I just
I'm
never.
kidding.
I didn't know that though. That's interesting.
Yeah. It's my first foray into the series New Horizons, and it's so just fucking amazing to wind down with.
Really?
Yeah, just with how the game works, the music especially,
Yeah.
and yeah, it's just a real nice little
Cool.
thing I can goof around with in my spare time.
That checks
Yeah.
out because I've heard a lot of
Super
people.
peaceful.
I've heard a lot of people say the same thing. It's just a nice thing to really sink your teeth into. It's really
I
good.
want to get into Animal Crossing just because it sounds wholesome.
It is. I've heard it's nothing but just wholesome. That's all it is.
I'm gonna pick up an original copy for the GameCube eventually. Last time I saw it was going for like fucking $55,
Oh wow.
but it'll be worth it, I'm sure.
I heard online someone was saying that I can't remember what the head honcho raccoon looking dude is.
Tom
He's
Nook.
like, yeah, he's like the whole Nook family. It's like, dude, it's all just a cult or like a mob.
A
He's
mob.
like, yeah, he's like you pay him
Bunch
off.
of gangsters hustling people for fucking bells.
He's like this dude gave me a phone. He's like, this dude gave me a phone. He's like, oh yeah, now you owe me this much money for it. And he's like, what? Well, I didn't even ask for it. And he's like, I don't care. You pay back your dues.
I made
right?
it for you. You're not gonna pay me.
You're gonna pay for it.
Yeah, I made it for you. Are you
You're
gonna
not
pay
a
me?
freeloader, are you?
And then you're gonna come to my island, and then you're gonna work. Okay? You got it. You heard me?
I will
You don't
break
want to
your
know what
thumbs,
we do to
so-
freeloaders over here.
Yeah. We don't welcome freeloaders.
My sons can fill you in. They
Yeah.
speak from experience.
My sons can dig a hell of a hole, make you disappear. Right?
Yeah, 6
That's
feet.
deep enough that no one will ask any questions.
Yeah.
That's about 6
and then,
feet.
And then it's Animal Crossing, so we'll plant a nice sick garden over y'all.
Yeah, and we'll plant to go a beautiful.
Don't worry,
garden
you'll be
over.
commemorated.
We'll
where the
harvest
people
turnips
remember
over your
mouth.
corpse, huh?
We'll harvest turnips over your ass. All right?
Bet
half
you
of the
make
thing
the
of the
nice
week,
fucking
everybody.
fertilizer.
and that's Dylan's wholesome thing of the week. Okay, so mine has been. What's that?
kind of mutated.
Yeah, wholesome thing of the week. Yep, we'll break your thumbs. So, Ian, what's your thing?
Okay, mine has been Photoshop. I just realized recently that I've been like using and playing with Photoshop for work-related means and also just like personal things, for stuff like the podcast or for just Instagram photos or whatever, for like almost 6 or 7 years now. And I had no idea until like I looked back at like my account and saw how old it was, and I was like, oh man, dude, like I've been using Photoshop forever. And I started to think about, because I used it a lot this past week, just for different stuff or whatever, and I realized, I was like, what would I do without Photoshop? And I was like, oh man, like everything would be a lot more difficult. Or I've used like some other like free programs when I didn't have the money to pay for Photoshop, or when I didn't want to pay for it, to be honest. And none of them are quite as intuitive or as nice or like as functionally good on a computer. Like I have a PC, so like it doesn't really, the other ones don't really work out as well and stuff. So I just started really thinking about it, and I was like, man, Photoshop is legit. And I was like, and of course there's a reason why, that it's gotten so popular and so like brand oriented that people literally just use the name of it like it's a verb, like I just go
The
Photoshop.
go-to.
Yeah, it's like, oh, well, you've gotten to a point where you're that popular enough whenever, people just use the name of the product as like the verb or the action or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like Kleenex, for example. You don't just say tissue, like oh, can you give me a Kleenex? It's just like an object or whatever.
It's
Turns into a blanket term.
Yeah, like a bad thing we have down here in the South, my guy, is what people would call a soda. I say soda for anything. When I lived in Canada, everyone said pop, which I thought was kind of weird. But down here in the South, everyone just says Everyone just says Coke for everything. It can be a Sprite, can be a juice, could be what kind of
Here's
Coke.
one of their Cokes.
Yeah,
Right,
what kind of Coke
If
you got?
it's fizzy, it's a Coke. That's all it is.
Exactly. That's exactly. It could be a LaCroix for all I care. What kind of
Yeah,
Coke you
right.
got?
Yeah.
Let me tell you, in my experience working at this fucking restaurant,
Yeah.
you'll be able to tell which ones are the are the kind to do so.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
You eye them up when you walk in. You're like, that one. That's one of those
It's
people.
almost
You look like
always been the people with the most stereotypical like Southern accent.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
You look like a Coke person.
You look like a good person, and
Are
not
you?
in the good cocaine way.
Yeah,
No,
well-
Southern, not fun way.
Where he works at,
Correctly, it'll be your fucking life.
where he lives at, or where he goes to work at, I would not be surprised if it was both Coke and cocaine.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He
Yeah,
works.
right.
Well,
He works
few
down
and
there.
far between.
Yeah, he works.
One guy coming like last week actually.
Really?
He was, we'll say he was a high functioning psychopath.
All right.
Yikes!
Okay.
Talked his head off, didn't stop. Like you could just tell there was something wrong with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm not faulting anyone with this condition. I mean, it's a pity, but holy shit.
But
Yeah.
also,
Yeah.
yeah, it looked crazy. It's worth mentioning.
But
Call
again-
the police.
To bring it full circle, it's like I said, where you kind of work at is in that kind of neck of the woods where it's like, I'm not really surprised, you know.
You're right.
Yeah.
Well, Ethan, what about you? What do you have for a thing of the week, or have we given you enough time?
Yeah, no, I do have the thing of the week, at least this week in particular. But it's actually been a thing of the last couple months, I think, as well. But
That's good.
this week in particular,
Bonus points.
bonus points, thing of the month. Hey, so a while back, I'm actually looking at it right now. I had this is also a subtle roast and a product placement. It's great. It's all in one. I had an old iPhone, an iPhone 6, and it sucked and I hated it. So I got a new phone. It was like breaking and it stopped doing everything because it was old. And so I decided to get a new phone and I was tired of Apple. So I got the new Google Pixel that was coming out, and like it was great for a while. And this week in particular, it's been good because with the Pixel, I also got a new case, and the phone can survive like 3 days without having to charge it. I think this week I've had to charge it like twice. And so it's been really, really good having this case and this phone because like I have been on the move nonstop, and like
Yeah.
in the ambulance or even whenever I'm home, I'm like still studying on my computer though, but like I'm still studying. With the amount of emails I've had to respond to on the fly, the amount of studying I've had to do for 2 huge tests coming up, learning every medication that we have in our guidelines, like I've had to continuously use my phone, and having one that doesn't just die on me because it feels like it has been really, really good and like kept me sane.
Yeah.
you
And
saw-
again, like you got one of those like cases that has like a big battery on it,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
Yeah, I got a little. It's like a little bit of like a bigger case, which is somewhere in there. It's not on it right now. It's over there, yeah. And it just like kind of puts a little battery on it as well, so it pretty much doubles a little bit over doubles the battery life. So
Yeah.
the new phone and its subsequent case that I got with it are the only things that have really kept me going like this last week, because it's just like I can do my emails, I can do my studying, I can keep in touch with all the people I need to. And it's like I haven't had to, it doesn't matter where I'm at. I can do whatever. I can just like play a game on my phone at work if I don't want to deal with my partner, because there was one day that I didn't like the guy I was working with. So I was like, oh, good, I could just
Yeah.
look on my phone dying because I don't have to deal with this guy over here. So
I remember, again, sort of in the same vein, I remember having my old iPhone 6 before I got my new phone that I have now. Dude, my battery was like on the tail end of surviving, so it was like literally I would charge up to 100%, walk out the house, and he's like, oh yeah, you have 30% now. I was like, something's not right here. But
yeah, and
Or
this thing
it's
it literally
my
tells me
favorite.
right now. I'm going to tell you right now, it is at 61%. It says it's going to last me 1 day and 1 hour. So like and that's low for half, right? You add the case on it, and the case can charge it from 0 to 100 and then a little bit more. Like it has a couple bars left, so it can charge it like 145%, I'd say, is what it can charge my phone. So like I could keep my phone going for like 3 to 4 days with it, depending on how much I use my phone.
wow.
And so it also helps. This was my first purchase that I made, like my own phone, because the youngest, I got hand-me-down phones
Yeah.
all the time. I never got my own phone. I had never had a new phone in my life. So I went out and bought a brand new phone. My first time doing it, first time getting it, and it was,
Especially
again, it's what's
with
kept me
our
sane this week.
with our parents and their like phone plan that they had with AT&T or whatever. We had
Yeah.
like a bunch once upon a time when this was a thing. We
Mm-hmm.
got unlimited talk and text or data or whatever the heck it was, and they also had like the
upgrade plan.
upgrade plans, whatever, where you could like put your old phone in and get a new one, or I forgot how the hell it worked, but yeah, it was sort of
I
the
never
same
knew
thing.
how it worked. I just thought it was cool.
Yeah, I remember the first phone that I bought with my own cash money was that iPhone 6 that I got way back when it came out, like
Yeah.
right as I got out of high school or something. Dude, crazy. So that phone lasted me a long time. This
Yeah,
OnePlus,
this one I can tell you this one's good. It's got a good camera. I know it's gonna last me a long time. It's
this
been
OnePlus
really
phone
helpful this week.
that I got, man, I love the quick charge. The
Yeah.
warp charge it has on it, man, that's so nice.
And that's also like a good thing is I can plug it in after like maybe 15 minutes of it being plugged in. It's like full charge. Like it's so good. And so again, compared to my last one, which would die in 20 minutes and charge in 2 hours, like
exactly.
So it was just it's been really
yeah,
really good to have that. And I had, because my old phone, I had like a charging thing that I kept in my backpack so that I could like, it was like a battery pack thing.
Oh, yeah.
So like I could easily keep my phone alive for a week if I needed to. And that's so funny to me that like I don't use that battery thing anymore. It's like an emergency thing because I don't need to. But
yeah,
like
exactly.
easily, if something happened, I've got enough power just in my hands to keep a phone alive for a week. Like,
That's crazy.
it's insane. So,
Almost unlimited.
yeah, right. I'm working on my unlimited power, trying to become Emperor Palpatine.
Oh, wow.
The
Yep.
first step is to become the Senate.
Yeah, if I am the Senate. I like that one.
So for the ending part of the podcast, the only thing that I'll say that I'm looking forward to, and that I hope everyone else is looking forward to as well, is that I am hopefully pretty soon, once things get kind of back to normal after the whole virus situation, is I want to get a bunch of podcasting equipment. I have some ideas for some microphones and a little mixer and all that kind of stuff that I'm hoping to get pretty soon. So hopefully, fingers crossed, the next few episodes coming up will probably be the same, but
The most high quality thing to ever grace your ears.
I am so excited. I've wanted it like just for like personally, I like having gear and kit and musical equipment and cameras. I already have that stuff to begin with. So I've already wanted to set up like this to begin with, and now that I have like the means to, and I'm like slowly carving out the time, and we're all here wanting to start a podcast.
Right.
This one and hopefully another one coming up pretty soon. I think having this little setup of equipment with really nice microphones and stuff is going to be really cool. Just gotta save up a few more pennies, you know. So
yeah,
hopefully,
a couple
like
thousand.
well, you know. Anyways, so but like I said, look forward to that. It's gonna get good. Like it's only gonna go up from here, and I'm hoping that we're gonna get on a pretty regular schedule of coming out every Friday, regardless of what it's gonna sound like or what it's gonna be
take
like.
that,
So,
Rona.
but I'm
Don't
hoping.
abandon us. That's
Yes.
right, you one person in the audience, please.
Come back.
Come back.
But
We
anyway,
promise we'll get better, I swear.
thanks for tuning in. Do you guys have any links or anything that you want to plug before we head out?
Nope.
Or
Like I said this last time, not yet.
not yet? Okay.
Stuff I want to plug. Well, I don't know. There's a lot of stuff I like that
Yeah.
inspired this idea, I feel like.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
basically
follow Dylan on Instagram at angry.
a space
No,
between each
I
letter.
don't have an Instagram.
Yeah, one space between each letter. I'm gonna make angry on Instagram now, Dylan.
Oh man.
What's happening?
I have a link tree, so linktr.ee/Ian Wolf, just like it's spelled everywhere else, and you can find all the links to the podcast, my Instagram, to whatever you need to get a hold of me with. But yeah, other than that, thanks for tuning in. I'm really excited for what this podcast has to hold for the future. It's going to be really cool, and the other shows that it hopefully will spawn out of this. So if you're enjoying
We
this,
appreciate your ears.
yes. Exactly. If you want to,
Just your ears. That's it.
we are on Spotify and we're also on Apple Podcasts. So if you want to and you feel so inclined, please leave us a 5-star rating on iTunes. That'd be really nice. It means a lot.
You may or may not regret it.
You're
Again,
supposed to tell them they're not gonna regret.
I feel like I'm sitting here with like an angel and a demon on my shoulder. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm talking and it's like I have these two little voices that are like, "Don't do it." I'm like, "What the hell are you guys doing?"
He's being an angel.
Anyways, thanks for tuning in, guys, and until next time, never forget. The hand in the bush is worth more than 2 birds on the
Never
fence.
forget, if you live in a glass house, don't look that gift horse in the mouth. All right?
Ever.
Don't do it. And you
Bye.
cannot make omelets.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.